Okay, let's add to this topic about America and division of power. I mean, I just posted somewhere else, we don't have kings, we don't have a king, people shouldn't get hysterical if they don't get somebody elected because we don't, who's elected isn't supposed to suddenly have all this power. That's not how things are designed. And, but then I was also thinking that, people might ask me, well, what about, another group of people or a source of power in America certainly is the true church. I'm not talking about church as I'm talking about the true church. And like then the question is, where is the true church? And oh my goodness, I mean, and see, now I think that black people are in part the church, and this is one of the big problems because of always this enemy in the world against life and against God and against faith, and so they are the true church. But like I was thinking, I was watching. So I mean, Jimmy Stewart years later in his career, he admitted that he was a Christian. He admitted that he was a person of faith. And then I was looking at him way back in the 50s in Rear Window, and he's starring opposite, the most sizzling actress of the day, Grace Kelly. And he's in this scene where she's actually going to be staying overnight. They're not yet married, and he's got this friend who's this detective guy, and he comes over and he notices her evening gown, and and Stewart is saying, and when he's seeing him look at it, he goes, "Be careful," like, no, what you're gonna say now, because I know you might have some judgmental words. So I was thinking back in those times, man. I mean, the people who were the genuine Christians, I mean, they would have thought, oh, that's just so wrong and it's so bad. And, they're alluding to that she's going to be staying overnight with them and they're not even married. And, now I see it, now I see it in light of the incredible lawlessness that is all around us. And I don't see it that way now. I see it as they're just showing people the way that the not so neat way that they come together, not all perfect. We go down the aisle, and just it's imperfect, But I think that it all comes out in the wash for them, it works out for them. But they're aiming for the right thing. So I mean, then what I'm saying is, so then you would say, well, then he would be the church. Where is the church? I don't think, I don't think you'd be able to figure that out. And then the officers who are in it for the right reasons and all that, they're part of the church. People who see it as a calling, and there's just all kind of people everywhere. But there is the power of the church, and granted, we also have a system where we have decided we do not want the church to rule, you know a political church. We don't want the church to rule, that people have the right to choice and not to be ruled by a church that tells you what to do, that you have to choose a certain way. This is another one of our founding fathers' ideas, founding fathers and mothers, right? Yeah. So